So what's next for Renato Money Moicano? Now, Renato Moicano's coming off a huge win against Benoit Saint Denis at UFC Fight Night Paris. Renato Moicano's he's on a 4 fight win streak and coming off back to back finish wins. He mentioned Paddy Pimblett, Dan Hooker. He said they're easy money. Um, in those two fights, I wouldn't be surprised if he did get a result. I do sort of fancy him to get a result against either one of those guys. I think he can out grapple Dan Hooker quite easily, and Paddy's striking is nothing special at all either. So Renato Moicano, if he catches those guys at the right time, I wouldn't be surprised if he got a result there. And then if he beats one of those guys, if he beats Dan Hooker or Paddy, he's up there in terms of the rankings then. And then he's maybe one more win away from a title shot. But to be fair, if Renato Moicano's next fight was against Paddy Pimblett and he quite convincingly beat Paddy Pimblett, he'd probably get a title fight next. So it's an interesting situation for Renato Moicano. Really coming on my radar recently, for his podcast and all that stuff, and being a bit of a character, which we need in MMA, and I certainly do appreciate. I think I think that performance against Benoit Saint Denis was a very, very good performance, and really goes to show you that's what a dominant grappling performance should look like. We've really been conditioned by the likes of Khabib, Bilal, Marab, and to be fair, not Khabib so much. I will give Khabib his due because Khabib would hold a guy down, but he'd beat them down, and he would be looking for submissions, and he would get submissions. Whereas guys like Bilal and Marab, they seem happy to just take you down, hold you, and knee you in the thigh a bit. So it is different, and when people say nowadays a dominant grappling performance, that's what they think of a Bilal or Marab performance. But no, they should be thinking of what Renato Moicano just done to Benoit Saint Denis, where he took him down, advanced position, and beat him down, damaging ground and pound. To be honest, if you're in a three round fight, 5 round fight, you're taking the guy down in every round, you should be finishing him. Or else, what are you doing? You're doing what Marab and Bilal do is they kind of just wrestle hug guys, and it is a form of dominance. And like I said, I can't knock them. These guys, they're winning their fights. To be fair, they're winning their fights. To be fair, but it's different levels in terms of dominant grappling, because what Renato Moicano done, that to me is a dominant grappling performance. But yeah, so if you're a young fighter out there and you think of grappling and you think of dominant grappling performances, do not think of Belal or Marab. Think of what Renato Moicano done against Benoit Saint Denis in France. But yeah, I'd be super curious to know what you guys think. What do you think's next for Renato Moicano? Do you think he fights Paddy? If he fights Paddy, do you think he wins, or do you think he fights Dan Hooker? And again, if he fights Dan Hooker, do you think he wins? Be super curious to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments below.